Welcome to Indian Thoughts, Shining Wings channel. This is tuned to its slogan, motivate, guide and help. All the episodes are short but contain classic thought-provoking stories. Kindly visit our website for hundreds of such stories in text, audio and video. I'm Joseph. Episode 37, In Search of Sishya. I think even the smallest supporting story in the great epic Mahabharata is thought-provoking and teaching all through life. I remember a talk on the impact of Maya that the mind creates. The man talked about the Indian cricketer Sehwag who tried to imitate the legend player Tendulkar. Sehwag is said to have been imitating Tendulkar in walking, talking and posturing. But his strokes were different. He could not change the Sehwag in him. Here, Sehwag never could become Tendulkar. Sehwag had to grow as Sehwag only, recognizing and accepting the Sehwag within. Same is the case with all. On Women's Day, greeting messages crisscross all over the world. Many ladies get excited also. We forget that unless women as individuals realize their individuality within, nothing changes. And if they find themselves, the world is sure to change into a new one. Haven't we noticed how water flows? Knowledge also moves exactly like that from top to bottom. Knowledge also has some inherent fundamental features. If it doesn't flow, it gets stagnated. Unless knowledge is shared, it turns harmful too. If knowledge is open for sale, there also it becomes misleading. That's why Rama talked to Ravan very respectfully and Ravan shared to Rama the most precious knowledge according to him, even though it was he who killed him. Guru Drona also knew how to handle knowledge. That's why he didn't say no to little Ekalavya from Nishada caste. Drona knew that Ekalavya was not a Nishada and also not the real son of Hiranyadhanu, the chief of Nishada tribe. Drona knew that Ekalavya was really Shatrugnan, son of Devasravas. Shatrugnan was abandoned in the forest and it was Nishada hunters who saved him and brought him up. See that Drona did not ask him any such details. When Ekalavya prostrated before him, it was Drona who fell in trouble. Drona but did not denounce Ekalavya. Ekalavya also doubted Drona's attitude because he was basically the royal priest in Kaurava court and Ekalavya, hailing from a lower caste, was known to the public. But Drona permitted him to do self-practice and learn archery, perhaps one among the best puzzles for the public. My opinion is that in every sense, Ekalavya was the disciple of Drona. There is one more mighty reason in my favor. The epic does not say that Ekalavya ever felt Drona's absence. Also, the story says that his practice before the statue of Drona had been as genuine as Drona was physically present there. All his mistakes were corrected. I also do not ever think that Ekalavya was a failure. The most exquisite moment in a disciple's life is when being appreciated by his or her guru. See that Drona himself could not believe that his wisdom was shared without restrictions. Hear the words of Drona. When he saw Ekalavya's demonstration, Drona said, "You are the greatest of archers, who knows all that one needs to know." Leave the story of Drona asking for his right thumb as Dakshina. Maybe his only choice was obliging to what Arjuna suggested. Also, hear what Drona said, blessing Ekalavya. You will ever be remembered as a by name for devotion to Guru. You will attain a bigger name and moksha than the one with the thumb. And without thumb, you will be able to do everything you need. Here, there is yet another hidden message which says that Ekalavya lost none of his abilities. But if Ekalavya had the thumb, I don't know if the fate of Kurukshetra war itself would have been the same. The new generation doesn't know how to acquire knowledge. No gurus to help us. They are more bothered about money than knowledge. Acharya Rajneesh said, 99.99% of gurus are fakes, just guru workers. They need only thumbs. But the Ekalavya story clearly says the basic requirements of acquiring knowledge. Ekalavya tells us how to overcome the obstacles on our way up to knowledge. It was not with the due permission of his mother that Ekalavya started off to meet Drona. Drona, who had to bless his foe, tells that knowledge cannot be kept imprisoned. Ekalavya, who practiced before a statue, is sure to have learned much more than what Arjuna learned through his words. Guru is light, a precious, invaluable, and intense light. It was when such a light shone upon Arjuna that he became godlike. Always there live powerful gurus who make anyone godlike. What we don't have are competent sishyas with the necessary enthusiasm. Our society has a great role in creating a generation of non-genters. God presence is not the only eligibility for learning. If so, Ravan would never have turned his face off from Lakshman when Ravan lay waiting for his death. First, there has to be a burning enthusiasm for knowledge. Also, should have an understanding that one is not complete. And above all, do not weigh knowledge for a price. Our mindset should also be that of dissolving in the energy of knowledge. There we will see Guru coming in search of Sishya. Thank you all for patiently watching this. If you saw, please like this and subscribe to this channel.